Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today I wanted to show you guys the Anvil Carrack, one of the biggest flyable ships that you can actually use in the game right now. I'm not sure how big the biggest one is. I think this one is around 152 meters in length. So if you guys watched my previous video where I was flying around in the Misk Freelancer, that was I think around 50 meters or so. Much smaller than this ship here. This thing is just absolutely gigantic. I mean, just look at the size of the landing gear here. So I was able to rent this one for free. As you guys might already know, it is Fleet Week this week, which means different manufacturers who make different ships will be taking over the Bevit Convention Center in Area 18, and they'll be having lots of different ships on show there that you can rent absolutely free. So yeah, I think normally it would cost a lot of money to rent a ship as big as the Anvil Carrack. So definitely take advantage of that, guys, if you haven't already. I've basically just been and rented all of the Anvil ships. And actually, Anvil don't have the showroom floor anymore, but for some reason, I'm still able to access this one. So what I'm going to do is get on board here. I'm going to fly away from Port Olisar before we actually get our ship impounded here, and then I'll show you guys what this thing is capable of and just how big it is inside. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how you actually get into the ship, it's ridiculously hard to find. You see this little button up here? That's the only interactable thing underneath the ship. It opens the cargo bay, and then you'll be able to get inside. Now, you can actually drive small vehicles up this ramp. So if you happen to have a vehicle, and I think some of those will also be up for grabs to rent during the Fleet Week event, then you could store your vehicle in here, and then if you were to land on a planet and you wanted to get around a bit quicker, you could just drive it off down the ramp, and off you go. Another cool little feature over here is this little ramp at the back here. I guess that's so you can drive your vehicle in, and just drive it up to the ramp there, so it stays nice and secure within the ship. Like, the level of detailing in this game just always astounds me. So, this shop has, this ship, rather, has 4 different levels. Here you can actually have ships dock with you. So here's a docking collar. I'm not really sure if that is sort of active in the game yet, if there are any ships that can dock with the Carrack. Not too sure on that one, but it seems to be a function that is either going to be added to the game or is already active. Here we have what seem to be escape pods, I think. I don't think they're active yet, but yeah, is this an escape pod? Maybe it's not. I'm not sure, guys. If you know, leave a comment down below. Tell me what these little chambers are for, because there are some other little pods further into the ship that are labeled as escape pods, so I think those are the escape pods, rather. Okay, let's continue through here. So we have several different sections in the bottom floor of this ship where you can store cargo, and as you see, it has its own little elevator here, so you can go and put your cargo down here, take the elevator back up to the catwalk. So just an absolutely massive amount of space. Here's another one absolutely identical, and another one. Yeah, so there's 3 of those in total. Here we have more of those little pods, and here we have the aft turret. I'll go and show you guys this. I'll come back here. I'll show you guys this once we're actually flying in space, because we can't fire the turrets in or around Port Olisar. So let's take off, and let's maybe get in orbit around Crusader, and then we'll come back on board the ship and I'll show you guys how things work. So we're going to head here up to the technical deck. There is actually 2 different locations you can fly this ship from, and quite a few crew positions. Apparently it carries a crew of 6. That sounds like a very small crew to me for such a large ship, but that's what it's listed as. There are also, like, plenty of pilot seats, as you'll see in a second. Okay, so here we are at the bridge. This is one of the places you can pilot the ship from. So let's go ahead here and enter the so-called command station. Let's get our power on.
Anvil Aerospace, all systems online.
And let's fire up our engines here. There we go. Look at those beautiful blue glowing engines.
Takeoff complete.
One thing I really like about the Anvil Carrack is
Please visit again.
You're welcome. The landing gear on this thing, if you guys watch as I, like, put up that landing gear, it's just absolutely massive. It tucks away behind the wings there, if you will, and those things just turn around. It just looks pretty cool, man. And then on either side of those wings, you have a turret that can be, of course, manned by somebody. You have another turret on top, and you have the one that I showed you guys just before that I'll go in and fire around a bit later on the bottom there. Okay, so let's find somewhere to warp to. Let's just warp to that comm array. We should be able to go and do some damage over there.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright guys, so we are now orbiting very close around Crusader, which looks pretty interesting. I guess Crusader is a gas giant. It kind of reminds me of Saturn. So what we'll do here is we'll kill our engines, just so we don't go drifting away. In fact, we are drifting a little bit, but I don't think it's so much that it's going to matter. In fact, you know what? Let me leave the power on. You guys can probably hear that groaning in the ship in the background. That's actually the noise of your engines turning off. Pretty cool. Okay, so since we're here up in the sort of command station, let's go and take a look what we have. So this seat over here is one of the gunner seats. I think this is the gunner seat for the top turret. Let's have a look here. We need to turn on the power. There we go. Power on. And
all systems online.
Enter remote turret. Okay, so there's no animation for that one yet, but this is the top turret. This one obviously has a really good field of view. You can spin it around 360 degrees, and you know, it pivots up as well. It doesn't have the very fast rate of fire. Let's go and check what the guns actually are. I've had to actually exit everything there by pressing Y, but I think those are some sort of laser cannons. I think it's identical to the bottom cannon actually, so we'll go and check at that one. Here we have the support seat. Not quite sure what this one does. Let's have a look around. Okay, wait, power on. Okay, so
all systems online.
Yeah, I guess somebody could sit here and essentially monitor target enemy vehicles and things like that. That's kind of cool. If you've got 6 people aboard this ship, only one of them is really going to be flying it, so the others have to have something to do. Although there are 4 different turrets, so you'll want to man those as well. Alright, and here at the bridge we have a small elevator, which we can use to go down to the lower bridge, and I'll show you guys that area. So this is the actual pilot seat. I was operating the ship from the command seat above. This is the actual pilot seat. Either way, you can operate the ship and use everything. It doesn't actually seem to have any cannons you can control as the pilot, because this ship is really built for expeditions and not primarily as a fighter. And here you have the co-pilot seat and another co-pilot seat right here. So you can have lots of friends helping you out on this thing. Now let's head through here. I think this is, yeah, this is the habitation level. So this is basically where all of your crew would chill out, relax, maybe take a nap, have something to eat. This says Terra on it. I wonder if that's a reference to Earth. But like, I love the detail they've put in here. Dogfighting, guidebooks, J-span systems. Like, they didn't really need to go to such detail, but they definitely have done. Even, wait, I can use this? Close? Oh my god, that's so cool. That's exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of the things that are interactable, you wouldn't even think that they were. So here you have, I think this is sort of like the captain's quarters, because there's a nice looking desk here, and then there's a bunk there, and then here, of course, is an ensuite bathroom with a toilet and a shower, and a lovely sink, and I guess reflections aren't in the game for mirrors yet, but that's okay. We even have some, What do you guys think these stones are used for? I don't know. Anyway, let's continue back here. It's very easy to get lost in this ship. I will say that. And oh my god, look at this, guys. A pool table. Space pool. It's kind of strangely shaped, though. I'm not sure I'd be very good at this kind of pool. And also, all of the balls are the same colour, so I'd be a bit confused as to who was winning. But I guess that's besides the point. So here we have where the rest of the crew would sleep. 2 bunk beds there, another bed there. So that, yeah, that makes sense. 6 crew members, so there are 4 bunks here, rather 5. And then you've got the captain's quarters as well. And here they have showers. And, wow, pretty massive sink there. There's probably going to be toilets around here somewhere, I would guess. Everyone needs to know, what is this? Oh yeah, they have little built-in lockers. This is crazy. Like, nobody's even going to use this stuff. They're at the toilets. But they've still bothered to make everything interactable. Are these the toilets? Yeah, there you go. That's what you're waiting for, I know. You wanted to see the toilets. So let's continue our little tour here. Okay, over here we have the medical center. I think this actually will be usable at some point. I don't know if it's actually in action now. But maybe if you take some damage, you can come to this medical center. This kind of looks like an MRI scanner, doesn't it? Maybe that's exactly what it's used for. Who knows? I don't really know enough about MRI scanners, but that's what it looks like to me. Here we have a storage room. A bunch of drugs. Latex gloves, like, again guys, the details, like catheter needles here and everything you could need. Here we're growing something. I wonder what that could be. Medicinal herbs, perhaps. Okay, so this is the habitation deck of the ship. And we're actually not even done yet. You can also go behind this area here. Let's go take a look. Okay, this just leads to the elevator. So this is the elevator you can use to take you between the 4 different decks of the ship. So you guys saw the sub deck before when I entered the ship, where all the cargo space was and stuff like that. This is the habitation deck. Now we're going to go up to the technical deck, which has all of the turrets and things like that on it. So if we come this way, here we have the port side turret. And I'm assuming the other side is is it the aft? I don't know. My ship terminology has never been that great. So let's turn our power on here.
All systems online.
And you can see if I keep the mouse steady here, our ship is actually still drifting just a tiny little bit. Probably nothing crazy, so I don't think we're going to go crashing into the atmosphere, but yeah, just super cool. We zoom out here. I can't seem to separate the camera from the moving of the turret, so I can't really keep the camera steady for you guys. But you can see here how awesome this would be, flying around with 4 friends, you know, manning all of those turrets. Let's see what weapons we have on here. Menu, weapons. Maybe that was the wrong one. We have 2 weapons categories for some reason here. Strange. Not showing up. Wait, there's another one as well. I don't know why I have 3 different panels that say weapons. Maybe that's just kind of buggy. Alrighty, let's go into the engineering room. This is actually quite interesting. Here you have the engines that power this ship. And actually, I believe if you go back to this area, you have the quantum jump drive down here that you can go and sort of have a look at. Let's go take this ladder down. Probably not the kind of area you want to be tinkering around in, if I'm honest. What's in here? Yes, this looks like important things. A fuel tank. Okay, I definitely don't want to be messing around with that. But yeah, again, I doubt this is all supposed to be... Where does this elevator lead? I doubt it's supposed to be interactable. But it's cool nonetheless. Like, there's a ladder there, and there's an elevator here. Just in case you're too lazy to take the ladder, you know. They've installed a separate elevator. So here we have the starboard turret. I'm not going to go show you guys that one because it's pretty much exactly the same as the port side turret, only on the other side, obviously. And here we have the hangar bay of the ship. So I'm going to go get out of here and show you guys. You can actually open this up. And I'm not really sure what the purpose is of that. Maybe another ship can actually, like, dock inside your ship. That's pretty cool. The light streaming in there. And there you can actually see the turret that sits on top there. The one we were in. The first one we were in. Now let's close that up because I don't feel comfortable leaving that open at the moment. And let's continue our tour. Alright, so back to the elevator. Let's go check out the cartography deck. So here you have essentially, yeah, you can use the cartography station. Again, I don't really know what the plan is for this at the moment. It doesn't seem to be interactable in any way. But I would guess you'll be able to plot your destination and quantum drive points and things like that from there. Also, this is the floor that you have all the nice viewing areas from. Here we actually have an airlock, so if you want, you can step outside of your ship here and you can go for a little spacewalk if you so choose. And once again, you can sort of take in the vast scale of this ship. Just so cool. This thing actually costs, I think, around $500. Like, if you want to buy this, I don't really agree with CIG's pricing of the ships, honestly. I feel they're kind of concentrating on making more and more ships just to try to milk more and more money out of people. But, yeah, I wish they sort of... There's enough ships in the game now, you know, they should put more of their resources into making it actually stable and pushing for a release. But I really can't deny, like, how amazing this is and the level of detail that's gone into this. Okay, let's try to get back inside here without falling flat on our faces. Open up, please. There we go. Ugh. Oh my god, what has happened to us? Are we glitched out? I think we got stuck in the wall, guys. That's probably not great. Alright guys, we are back. I had to exit the game and reload because of that glitch, but no matter. So basically, I'd pretty much finished showing you guys everything that was on the top deck of the ship. I've just come down to the lower deck now because I realized I forgot to show you one of the turrets. So this is the turret that is on the rear of the ship, sort of on the underside, the aft turret. And we are now in orbit. Woo! Spinning around. We're in orbit around the planet of Hurston. Because I had to change around a little bit because I spawned in at a different location. And basically, these are the cannons that both the bottom and the top cannon have. I think we can see actually on this one, if we go in weapons, it should tell us, yeah, these are M6A laser autocannons, so you can display your weapon statistics and stuff up there and see the cooldown when you fire them and all that good stuff. Alright guys, that's pretty much the entire interior of the ship, so let's now go and have a little fly around in this thing. Alright guys, so we are on an orbit here over Hurston, and just a couple of cool things I want to show you guys here. If we go into third person, let's just take another look at the awesome landing gear animation here. Such a clever design, the way the feet are just sort of stowed away in the side of the spaceship's wings there. Super cool. Okay, another cool thing as well is when you fire up the afterburner on this thing, you get a really awesome crackle from the rear of the ship. And it just sort of all adds to the awesome atmosphere. If we go back in the cockpit here, another cool thing you'll hear is once you actually turn off, let's get rid of the chat for a second, let's turn off the engines and the power and everything, you will hear the entire ship actually power down from within.
Engines offline. Weapons
Engines,
offline.
power low.
Shields.
Power low.
Weapon system.
Power low.
You can sort of hear the hum of the engine all the way in the back there, just powering down. I don't know why, I just think that really adds to the whole scope and scale of the ship, and just, you know, how big and massive it actually is. Alright guys, so one last thing I wanted to show you here for Invictus Fleet Week. The mighty Javelin. So this thing is basically going from planet to planet. If you guys go in your map, you can always see where the Invictus launch fleet is at any time. At the moment, they are currently orbiting around Hurston. They were at ArcCorp, but they've now moved over to Hurston. And if you just warp over here, you can actually see the Javelin. And this ship is just absolutely huge. It's not pilotable in-game. In fact, I don't know if it's actually planned to be one of the pilotable ships. But, yeah, we're going to be able to see it docking here with the station if we come up behind it. And you may think it looks a similar size right now to my ship, but honestly, it's not here. So let's just check this out since we've caught this happening. This only happens every now and again that you actually see it docking, and you can see it has a fleet of smaller ships here around it. And here comes the fireworks display. Awesome. Once it's actually docked, I'll fly my Carrack that is also pretty big next to the Javelin, and you guys will actually be able to see the difference in size and scale. You know, I'm not actually sure that they would ever make a proper playable ship like the Javelin, because, I mean, if the Carrack needs a crew of 6 people, then how many people does the size of the Javelin need? You know what, how about we go for a little spacewalk outside, and I'll show you guys just how big the Javelin actually is. Alright guys, here we are in the garage. I'm going to go out this way this time, because last time I went out the top of the ship, it kind of bugged out. So let's open the cargo ramp here, and we'll go for a little spacewalk out this way. So we're getting quite far away from our Carrack now, and it's looking a bit smaller. Meanwhile, the Javelin is not really looking that small, even though we're pretty far away. Damn, just look at the size of those guns. I mean, those are just destroyer guns, those. Absolutely massive, and 4 of them bunched together. Again, though, look at the detail on this thing, the scanner there, the cameras and stuff. Wait. Who are these people floating around? They look kind of freaky. Are they other players like me, or are these just NPCs randomly put in space? What the hell? Do they have... Oh no, okay. I thought they had guns pointed at their heads, but it's just the gun on their back. Look at their arms. What the hell has happened to them? Oh my god. Their feet have turned the wrong way around. And they have their arms stuck in their calves. Oh, that's horrific, that. What a way to go. That's some Viking stuff right there. What about these guys? Yeah. Same deal. Man, you guys can probably hear the noise from the engines of this thing. They're just absolutely insane. You just always get a new felt appreciation for the scale of things in this game when you actually get out and walk around on foot. Will this kill me? I'm actually not sure. Oh, okay. It didn't kill me, but it probably should have killed me, if I'm honest. Oh no, it's another floating soldier. Yeah, so these guns, these are not even the biggest guns. There's just another absolutely massive battery down here. This is just mental. I think it would actually take you a significant amount of time to run from one end of this ship to the other. Like, seriously. It would be like traversing an entire city. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. This little look at the Anvil Carrack, along with the Javelin. If you'd like to see more ships, let me know in the comments down below. There will be a new company taking over the showroom floor shortly, so that will give us access to a ton more awesome ships to try out. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Leave a like down below if you did. And I'll see you guys in the next one.